Welcome once again. This is News Tonight. My name is Patricia Lukoma and Namutumba Dorothy is with us on sign language. Let's delve directly into the bulletin. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Friday, May 2025 signed the Sugarcane Amendment Act into law while meeting a delegation from Parliament shortly after assenting to the law, which was led by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa. The President thanked the leadership of the August House for their active involvement in this matter. Mr. Museveni also had a productive discussion with sugarcane farmers and millers, during which he outlined a strategic plan to enhance the growth of the sugar industry across the country. The Sugarcane Amendment Bill 2023 was passed by Parliament in April 2024, and now its enactment means Uganda's sugarcane growers will have some sense of relief in line with dealing with exploitation. Now, in our next story ahead of the Martyrs Day celebrations, State Minister for Tourism and Wildlife and Antiquities, Martin Mugara, has encouraged Ugandans to attend in big numbers and wholly to grow their faith and particularly to understand the story of martyrdom. This year's celebration is running under the theme, "Oh Lord, let me see again, I, your pilgrim of hope." While addressing the press at the Media Center, State Minister for Tourism Martin Bahinduka expressed optimism that the international pilgrims can stay longer and visit the various cultural sites in Uganda, which will boost the tourism sector. Meanwhile, the Muslim community is set to commemorate their Martyrs Day on the 10th of June 2025 and will also have a Martyrs Trail from 6th to 9th June this year from Munyonyo to Kasubi.
Very important, and that's why we are trying our best to organize it better and market it better even beyond Uganda, because we also benefit out of this religious pilgrimage, what we would call faith-based tourism. And that's why we are developing a Martyrs Trail across the country, so that when people come to Namugongo, you do not stop there. We are doing some in Katosa, in Chenjejo, and a number of sites across the country, developing them, maintaining them, so that people can go beyond Namugongo and visit and stay longer in the country, spend more, but also visit other tourist attractions within the country. So this.
Now, key highlights of this year's commemoration: the Martyrs Trail, which we have dubbed an educational tour. It is a guided visit to significant Muslim historical sites, offering insights into the struggle and triumph of Uganda's early Muslims. The Martyrs Trail will go to Natete, there were martyrs there. It will go to Kasubi, they are important, where King Suna of Buganda first received these Arabs. We also use it as an educational tour because it was in preparation of what came to be or to happen and shape the history of this country. Then from there, we will go to Mende Kalema, where the only king, Muslim king of Buganda, was buried.
Now, as we set to commemorate the Uganda Martyrs Day on 3rd June 2025, today we reflect on Brother Delma Amand and Father Laudel Mapela's sacrifice and suffering exhibited in coming to Uganda to spread Christianity, having arrived at Kigungu land site on 17th February 1879. Now, in tonight's special report, we reflect on the journey of the first missionaries to Uganda and how they managed to meet Kabaka Mutesa I, who had welcomed them to spread Christianity.
In 1878, Pope Leo XIII sent 5 pioneer missionaries from North Africa, where the congregation started to go and spread evangelism in Africa. It is from here that Brother Delma Amans and Father Lodel Mapera started their trekking to present Uganda. They entered Uganda through Tabora in Tanzania. They arrived at Kageye on Lake Victoria. Mapera and Amans proceeded to Uganda and met King Mutesa I. It took them a month to arrive at Chigungu landing site.
So there they spent 2 days. They spent 2 days resting in Chigungu, and then they again took their small boat to continue. That boat was in a poor state.
And it was a tricky moment because some of the locals in Chigungu were seeing white men for the first time. So some thought that they were ghosts. They were ghosts. But having the hand of God with them, they moved ahead. They also camped at Bogonga Parish. They had a tent there as they journeyed on. And then they went to Mapera on Chisubi Mapera Primary School, Secondary School. They also camped there on their way to Kampala.
Whatever Catholicism has been able to achieve is because of the audacious and determined journey that Father Mopir and Brother Amas made and they touched Uganda's mainland at that point. It is from there that they were ushered into the Kabaka's palace.
Having lived here for 2 weeks, Mapera was scheduled to meet Kabaka Mutesa I to explain to him the essence of their coming to his kingdom. Top on the agenda was nothing else but the spread of evangelism to Kabaka Mutesa's subjects. Kabaka Mutesa I accepted their requests and settled them in Nabulagala, where they started to preach the word of God.
There was a challenge of loyalty because remember, prior to the coming in of a religion, there was total loyalty to the king, and you would not compromise an instruction given by the king.
We had 3 factions of foreign powerful religions, each fighting for a pie of our society. Now, the rivalry which was there amongst these 3 sects also affected the royal court of Uganda.
Their first crusade was in King's Palace, where 2 audiences, the would-be Anglican and Catholic converts, converged. An exercise of recruiting those who would be catechists charged with the responsibility of prioritizing hymns in their respective parishes started. Father Mapera and Brother Man started their missionary activities in Nabulagala, preaching the gospel. But due to an unavoidable circumstance, they had to go back to Tanzania. They returned back after the death of Kabaka Mutesa I. The reigning Kabaka at the time was Mwanga, who in July 1895 offered them land in Narukorongo, where they stayed.
Now, they arrive in July, the missionaries come back, Mapera and Amans come back. The other 3 never came back. They came back, especially the Bishop Leo Livinyaka after. But these 2 plus a new one, they came. And so they arrived in July, and then, well, something went wrong, and we see that Mwanga is going to kill Barikudembe.
The coming of Bishop James Hannington, who was an Anglican, was another input in the spread of Christianity. Bishop Hannington used eastern route to enter Buganda, which was considered to be the backyard of the palace, was presumed illegal. At the time, Kabaka Mwanga had issued a directive that whoever enters using the backyard would be killed. Under his directive, Bishop Hannington was killed at Chando village in Buswanga region. The death of Bishop Huntington sparked off religious wars. Many of the pageants who had converted as Anglicans and Catholics were killed on account of violating Kabaka Mwanga's orders, who was already a Muslim convert too before denounced Islam. At this time, the kingdom was going through difficult times. Kabaka's palace that was situated at Mengo caught fire and burnt to ashes. The incident occurred when Kabaka Mwanga had gone to hunt. Upon return from hunting ground with the bare hands, his expensive gun that had been given to him by Arab merchants dropped in Lake Victoria. The incident annoyed him upon arrival at the palace, where he found his subjects had left for a crusade organized by Father Mapera and Brother Mans. Many had been enrolled as catechists. Kabaka Mwanga was annoyed with his subjects and ordered his chief executioner, known as Mukajanga, kill all the pageants that had disobeyed him and converted to either Protestantism or Catholic. The killing of these pageants formed the basis of a strong Anglican and Catholic foundation in Uganda, hence the celebration of the pageants who died for their religion and faith as Uganda Martyrs every 3rd of June.
Very interesting story there and well narrated. Now, relatedly, a powerful new documentary is set to inspire audiences with the courageous story of the Uganda Martyrs. From martyrdom to glory, the documentary takes viewers on a journey through the lives and sacrifices of the 45 young men who gave their lives for their faith in the late 19th century. The documentary focuses on Uganda Martyrs and its potential impact on different audiences.
Meantime, the Kabaka who loved water sport issued an edict for the digging of a lake near his palace.
A new documentary film titled From Martyrdom to Glory has been released, shedding light on courageous story of the Uganda Martyrs. This documentary is done and produced by St. Kizito Schools in Namugongo, and it explores the lives and sacrifices of the 45 younger men who were brutally killed in the late 19th century for their refusal to renounce their Christian faith.
The Kabaka is back from his hippo hunting mission and he is very, very furious. I think he is going to do something very terrible. I heard him call for his special execution guard. The drums you hear, the drums summon all pages to the palace. God save us.
The documentary takes viewers on a journey through the history of the Uganda Martyrs, from their conversion to Christianity to their ultimate sacrifice. Through interviews with historians, the clergy and survivors of the persecution, the film provides a gripping and emotional account of the martyrs' bravery and devotion. The Uganda Martyrs are a testament to the power of faith and conviction. Their story is an inspiration to people of all faith and backgrounds.
Personalities that featured most and who are behind this martyrdom. We have the then Prime Minister Mukasa, the then Prime Minister, and other people. They are in most of these movies, those people are silent and they are not shown, and their role is not shown. But when you go and you trace the history, there is a rich history and events that are surrounding the story of the Uganda Martyrs. But many of the movies that are shown, they just concentrate on the killing. They just concentrate more on the pictures around the slaughtering, the whatever, but they don't depict the true events that occurred.
Okay. What do you imply there? Are you suggesting that I should not enlarge myself and that I should divorce my wives?
The documentary features stunning footage of the sites associated with the Uganda Martyrs, including Namugongo, where many of the martyrs were killed. It also includes dramatic reenactments of the events in the martyrs' lives, bringing their story to life in a powerful and moving way.
To believe in what you believe in and stick to it and believe in God. So we encourage people to watch this video and get to learn from it.
In that movie, we try to show what the martyrs went through up the time when they were executed, how the lifestyle of Mukajanga and everything. It was a great experience.
From Martyrdom to Glory is a powerful tribute to Uganda Martyrs and a reminder of the enduring power of their legacy. Robert Katamba for UBC News.
Now, according to KCCA performance, Kampala Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago has revealed that the overall performance of Kampala Capital City Authority KCCA's 2021 to 2025 strategic plan stands at 35.5%. Speaking at a special council sitting on the state of Kampala City Affairs, the Lord Mayor disclosed that the blueprint envisioned that by 2025 Kampala would have evolved into an exclusive, livable, resilient and well-planned metropolis offering abundant economic opportunities.
Launched with great hype and ambition in September 2020, the KCCA strategic plan was designed to create a resilient, livable, smart and inclusive city.
In Dubai, in Kampala, would be having a Johannesburg or a New York.
This strategy was built on 5 pillars, including enhancing economic growth, productivity and the well-being of the city's population, among others.
7.5% had no data and were therefore not assessed. Now, this is the overall assessment of all the interventions at objective level. Whether the 5 pillars, the 5 objectives I mentioned were achieved after doing a 360-degree evaluation professionally.
Mr. Lukwago rates the strategy's efficiency and effectiveness as low, with the general overall performance of the strategic plan standing at just 35.5%.
Yes, KCCA's performance overall is 35.5%.
The strategic plan required a total funding of Ugandan shillings 10.372 trillion. To date, only 28% of the required funds have been provided.
5 years down the road, surprisingly, over the past 5 years, instead of 10 trillion, we got 3 trillion.
Taking scrutiny at the Traffic and Road Network Department, the target was to increase the paved road network from 25.
This is a snail pace. In 5 years, you can see what we have added. From 609.8 kilometers to 770.
In a bid to reduce traffic congestion, KCCA had a target to establish a total of 39 signalized junctions.
Over the last 5 years, 24 junctions, that is 44%, have been completed, while 6 are ongoing.
Notably, the authority had a target to also reduce travel time in the city from 5 minutes per kilometer to 3 minutes.
If it was 5, the target, you can see it there. We said, let's reduce it to 3. That you spend 3 minutes per kilometer in the traffic jam in Kampala. That was the target. But you go to the actual result, we are at 4.1. 4.14 minutes per kilometer, which we spend in the traffic jam.
Notable achievements have been registered in sectors such as road construction. According to the Lord Mayor, these successes have been stemmed from external funding and consistent effort to hold various individuals accountable.
Government initiative funded by the government of Japan through the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. Lot 1 is covering a section from Queensway to Entere Road, Shoprite Junction, Nsambya, Gaba, up to Nsambya Hospital Junction, and Mukwano, including Chibuli Junction.
The KCCA Traffic Control Center has also been completed and also awaiting commission. Cayenne Faith, Helen Gizamba for ABC.
Now, in a youth conference, as Uganda prepares to commemorate the Martyrs' Day on June 3rd, 2025, special activities have been taking place across the country. At the Anglican site in Namugongo, youths have gathered in large numbers for a special service dedicated to their spiritual growth and future. The service was led by Bishop of Nebi Diocese, Right Reverend Paul Ozello, assisted by other preachers.
At the Anglican shrine in Namugongo, youths have gathered in large numbers for the special service dedicated to their spiritual growth and future. The service was led by the Bishop of Nebi Diocese, retired Reverend Paul Ozello. The youth conference forms part of a week-long series of events leading to 3rd June, when thousands of pilgrims will gather to honor the legacy of Uganda Martyrs. Young people choose faith over fear and conviction over compromise. Preachers urged youth to embrace spiritual growth and confront the Lord in their foundation of life.
By anything. But if your foundation is Jesus, you cannot be taken away by anything. If you're serious with Jesus, the things that you think are so hard will become so easy. Jesus is seated at the throne of your life, then you will be a disciple who desires to glorify Him, not just for a moment, not just for a time, but because He is the Lord of your life, you want to glorify Him every facet of your life, every second of your life, every minute of your life.
Reverend Simon Peter Dembelia Yesu, the Director of Mission and Outreach in Church of Uganda, says today's generation is affected with a lot of temptations, thereby appealing to them to stay faithful.
If you can only spend time understanding and walking with Him as a young man, as a young follower, you will surely imitate His goodness. Why? Because He is the Lord of your life.
The Youth Conference is held under the theme, A Younger Generation that imitates God's goodness by doing good. Susan Inabu, good day. Michael Bakablindi for UBC News.
Now, preparations in the area of security, inter-security agencies and the Ministry of Health have concluded the last security meeting to ensure safety of pilgrims in Namugongo. The police director in charge of operations, AIGP Frank Mwesigwe, has inspected both shrines and confirmed a deployment of 7,000 operation officers. Nasil Luwama has more.
Police have confirmed deployment of 7,000 officers and implementation of necessary strategic deployment to ensure safety of pilgrims at this year's Uganda Martyrs Day celebrations.
This occasion, both the Anglican, Catholic and Mamre prayer center to make sure we secure the pilgrims, we secure the VIPs, we secure all dignitaries that are going to participate in this year's commemoration. Had any case of serious case along the way as the pilgrims are coming, we hope we shall maintain our deployments throughout the country, even from the parishes and churches where they came from, to and fro, so that we minimize on cases of accidents if they have happened, but also having a robust deployment here and security protocols to make sure people's property is protected.
The inter-security agencies meeting at Namugongo, which was also attended by Ministry of Health officials, resolved some standard operating procedures for pilgrims and other stakeholders.
To call upon our people to be vigilant. Pilgrims who are walking, those who are coming by vehicles, let's all be vigilant even when we get to the sites here. To make sure we look out any suspicious person, any suspicious abandoned object, we should be able to report to the security. Whoever security person will be near you, we call upon you, please report to that person and we take it up as security.
Those interested to be part of this year's Martyrs Day celebrations are urged to be vigilant and adhere to established health precautions. The Ministry of Health has committed emergency response teams in case of uncertainties.
Of a very big cholera outbreak within Africa, and definitely we have to be cognizant of cross-border transmission. The issue of sanitation is being addressed, and also the issues of accommodation, so that wherever people are sleeping, at least we are sure that they are safe.
food vendors are tasked to comply with the public health guidelines to ensure safety of projected consumers.
And Sewage Corporation, in conjunction with the Ministry of Health and the medical teams of the security, have been testing water. The water from the dams have been tested, the holy water has been tested, and the various water points are being tested. It is a multidisciplinary team. We have the medical teams, we have the police, we have the security, and we have the first aid teams with ambulances everywhere. So whatever challenge comes our way, we are...
Police have warned those intending to come with children to be mindful of child safety by parasites who may take an advantage. Abdunasir Luwama and Regan Nahumuza for UBC.
Now, away from Uganda Matters preparations and back to our top story, the governor of Bank of Uganda, Dr. Michael Atinge Ego, has called for maintenance of price and financial stability, a challenge that requires government to undertake fiscal discipline. This underscores the need to unlock longer-term financing depending financial markets through a well-developed financial system. This was during the closing of the Musevenomics conference in Kampala with PDM National Coordinator Sozi Galabuzi emphasizing the need to move the economy from subsistence to commercial.
Very cheap. What are you going to do to access capital and credit to our people to do business? Because we have a challenge of lack of capital.
Government of Uganda passes money into commercial bank. If you can say that, what is the relevance of this scattered money?
If at one time we gave money to the suppliers who had supplied goods to South Sudan government, why are we letting our own die?
It has ended on a promising note. One economist after another sharing an insight or two towards moving Uganda forward. One such insight is financial discipline, a challenge put to government as the country moves towards economic progress and development.
We need to maintain price stability. We need to maintain financial stability, and government has got to undertake fiscal discipline if we are going to go ahead. So as a way forward, in the central bank, we think that deeper financial markets, unleashing the power of domestic capital is very, very important if we are going to finance the tenfold growth.
This recommendation coming at a time the central bank is contemplating on having deeper financial markets to unleash the power of domestic capital. Dr. Michael Atinge Ego is the central bank governor who was part of the closing of the Musevenomics conference in Kampala.
There's a saying that a shallow river cannot carry heavy boats. If you are looking for resources to invest in serious infrastructure, in roads, you're looking for resources for irrigation, you're looking for resources for manufacturing plants, you need to have a deeper financial sector to finance this. When our financial sector has deepened, it is not deep enough to finance the kind of investment that we need to undertake.
So the government has got a role, especially to direct production, to direct development in areas where it is most vulnerable. Even those who are telling us otherwise, they protect their vulnerable sectors of the economy.
In other words, what are they trying to solve here? Sozi Galabuzi, the national coordinator of the parish development model, expounded.
We are trying to reduce on the subsistence in the country. These people are dependent, and I gave you statistics. We have 51% that is soon getting into the so-called productive age, demographics, but we haven't planned for them. These underage, the ones who are below 16 years of age, they're the dependents. But even the 49%, out of those 49%, 38% of them are living subsistently.
You look at our revenue collection. Unfortunately, we don't have a URA person here. And you tell me the biggest taxpayers or even the tax base we have here in Uganda. Who are the people who pay taxes? 0.8% of that population pays taxes.
The conference was held under the theme, Sustaining Musevenomics, hence navigating Uganda's economic future in a disrupted world. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Now, straight away, let's head over to Namutumba, where the State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Balama Barugahara, is accompanied by the State Minister for Land, Housing and Urban Development, Passes Namuganza. Let's have the live feed and see what's taking place there.
DJ abasoga lero rujasula muchi ejule sawa na tujye kubakoba chibinu kova muchi sawa yo kuva mundolo neno mulino kola sente mulino ganula musende da imeda PDM muganula musende da imeda grow muganula mu myoga muganula mu YRP wazira sangalo acho musogoba mwavu abasoga mukobe PDM oye emikono waigulu PDM oye Museveni oye NRM oye Musoga oye egesa tusumulira yao kadono bana mutambala waigulu DJ sumulula Tambuza kamera. Tambuza kamera.
Just anything that I wanted to. She said that everything I work for, everything I wish for, everything I look for is right in front of me. Everything I work for, everything I wish for,
Abasoga Mwena mukome Museveni oye Museveni no change Busoga no change PDM oye Museveni NRM Namuganza NRM Namutumba Usoga Abana Museveni mutemikono waigulu Abana Museveni mutemikono waigulu Abana kuva mu bwavu mutemikono waigulu ndikubasaba mwena abavubuka abasoga muve mu ndolo mujje mukole mufune sente mukandezeko kuno walaji mukandezeko kuno ebungu abali kunonya emirimu mujje nonye nchendi kwenda milioni jebakuwa ayafuna milioni tawaigulu PDM kale DJ Sumulula egesa DJ Justice agesa busatu boka aba
kale
bana busatu gwegesa
kalango
teka yo busatu
abavuye Namutumba nga mwije kujafanga amara kwenda kujia abavuye Namutumba
bana
aya
abasoga abaliko bati mukayenda mutemikono waigulu mukayenda abanda kukesa mukobe tujakesa mwena mukobe tutwenda wano nupu twenda eni aramu yonka tuli ba Museveni yenka tuli ba NRM. NRM oye. Museveni. PRU. Kaine Rukama. UPDF. UPC. Mwana Mukobe. UPC. Ababa. UPC. Mpayo busatu.
When I was a little girl, my grandma told me that I could be just anything that I wanted to. She said that everything I wish for, everything I look for is right in front of me. Everything I work for, everything I wish for, everything I look for is right in front of me. And she said,
And all that is happening right now in Namutumba district. As we all remember, Namutumba district received 1.4 billion shillings in the financial year 2014-2015 to 2023-2024. And of course, out of this, only 100 million shillings has been recovered, according to the story. Now, Sheikh Hussein Ali Bulafu has urged Muslims to engage in good deeds and to draw inspiration from the story of Prophet Ibrahim during the first 10 days of Dhu al-Hijjah. During the Jummah prayers at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council headquarters at Old Kampala, Muslims were also encouraged to leave behind a lasting family legacy, just as Prophet Muhammad did.
Ali Bulafu has tasked all Muslims to maximize the blessings of the first 10 days of Dhu al-Hijjah, the final month of the Islamic calendar. During Jummah prayers at Gaddafi Mosque, Old Kampala, Sheikh Bulafu emphasized the spiritual significance of these days, describing them as a rare opportunity for Muslims to perform good deeds and grow closer to Allah.
Not because we don't reason, but because we challenge our reasoning to make sure we find sense in that submission. If you have invested in that, you know it makes sense. If at all you're still struggling in the submission, you still have a long journey to be.
He also emphasized sacrifice and building a legacy of faith and obedience that benefits generations.
Sacrificing 2 animals, Amlahari, with different colors, Akranai. They both had horns. Now these are some of the qualities of the animal a Muslim is supposed to consider as you are sacrificing. All that in the name of submitting to your Creator.
Highlighting the tradition of Kabani, Sheikh Bulafu encouraged those who have means to make the sacrifice and distribute to the needy.
Islamic wisdom, as you sacrifice an animal, don't eat it alone. Share happiness with others. Extend help to vulnerable communities. You don't wait for a khatib to tell you that.
The sermon marked the first Friday of Dhu al-Hijjah, a period regarded among the holiest in Islam, culminating into the celebration of Eid al-Adha. Faith Kayen, Jamil Sekaja for ABC.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
I got to learn about the Powerball through the website www.nationallottery.go.ug. Played Powerball tickets worth 5,000, used an option of quick pick, and that's how I was able to be the lucky one to win 35 million. I checked my tickets online and I found out that I had winning numbers. The feeling was incredible and full of excitement. I would advise everyone who is 18 and above that whatever you're seeing here exemplifies reality. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Uganda National Lottery for bringing us this opportunity to win millions.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW Project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW Project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW Project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW Project's services.
The GROW Project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
Life in Uganda today comes with so many uncertainties.
Where will Madam get Kameza if I get an accident and can't work? If anything happens to me, what will Junior eat?
Yeah, Kale Musa is still in the hospital. Guy is missing a lot of money here.
With a monthly payment of only 3,000 shillings off your Equity personal account for Equi-Life insurance, you will be entitled to 50,000 shillings hospital cash per night spent in a registered facility, up to 20 nights every year. And your family will receive 3 million shillings in case of your death. Visit your nearest Equity agent to sign up today or call 0312 327 000 for assistance.
This is a short story about you. No, I don't mean that this is you. No, this is not you. This is me. Of course, this can't be you. This can't be you because you think these things of touring Uganda are for rich people. You think these touring things are for people celebrating anniversaries. This can't be you. Because you think to enjoy wildlife, you have to first put in a leave request at work. Chimpanzees are just a 30-minute boat ride from Entebbe. And you get a chance to feed, name a chimpanzee, or even adopt a chimpanzee. You can even actually use this as a rehearsal to see if you can really provide food for another living thing. God gave us a beautiful country on a budget. We don't have to fly there, we are already here. This is ours, uniquely ours.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind,
Welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
And 50 minutes past 8 o'clock into our business segment. The Central Corridor member countries have concluded a 3-day high-level stakeholders consultative meeting, STACON, in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, focused on enhancing trade, transport and sustainability in the region. The stakeholders consultative meeting is an annual strategic platform that fosters coordination, innovation and measurable progress among the 7 member states.
Uganda has reaffirmed its commitment to leveraging the Central Corridor to reduce transport costs and improve trade competitiveness for its exports and imports.
Uganda is leveraging the Central Corridor for its competitiveness by ensuring that transport infrastructure is developed and the non-tariff barriers are removed so that there is seamless movement of traffic along the corridor to minimize things like the transit time so that shippers can be able to transport their goods to Uganda within reduced time and cost.
During the annual stakeholders consultative meeting, the team lead and chairperson SECON Uganda explained that Uganda is currently investing in infrastructure aimed at enhancing connectivity to the Central Corridor.
Some of the investment of infrastructure that are being considered include modernization and development of Port Bell, which is the receiving port in Kampala. Then there is also consideration of developing ships which can carry containers, and also considering rehabilitation of the Kampala goods shed, which is under Uganda Railways, to be able to have storage facilities and container stacking areas.
Over the 3 days, the meeting offered insights, alignment and action towards a greener, faster and more connected Central Corridor. The participating countries expressed unwavering commitment to shaping a more connected, efficient and environmentally sustainable corridor. The stakeholders were drawn from the public and private sectors of Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, DRC, Burundi, Zambia and Malawi. What next after the conclusion of STACON? Advocate Okanju explains.
That contributes now to preparation of the report, which report will be escalated to the high level of the Central Corridor, to the Executive Board and to the Ministerial meeting for decisions. And once the decision is made, now the institution in charge of implementation will proceed with its implementation.
STACON is one of the Central Corridor arms which represents the collective voice of stakeholders. Their issues are brought to the table and through dialogue, where challenges are identified and actionable solutions are crafted. Cayenne Faith, Dennis Sugoa, for EBC.
Brought to you by
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
And into the world of sports, Uganda has completed a 2-day Confederation of African Football Safety and Security workshop that has confirmed readiness for the upcoming Championship of African Nations. Let's hear more.
With slightly over 2 months to the Championship of African Nations, CHAN, Uganda has benefited from a Confederation of African Football Safety and Security workshop. The workshop at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, was attended by key members of the country's security, especially senior Uganda Police Force and army officers.
So it will equip our security commanders with knowledge and abilities to execute a tournament of the international magnitude we expect.
It was tutored by Confederation of African Football Head of Safety and Security, Dr. Christian Emerua.
What I always say is that Africa does not have a problem in terms of personnel. What we need to improve is, one, our infrastructures as it relates to security operations, and of course, the enhancement of the capacities of the people that we deliver. Across the 3 countries, we have no doubt in the capacity in terms of the manpower, but I think we need to let them understand the magnitude of the expectations that we have from CAF side. And then the few things that needs to be put in place in the stadiums to control the access, like the barriers, things that we are pushing.
And lastly, but still in sports, a partnership between Excalibur Foundation, Real Madrid Foundation and I&M Bank has flown in a Real Madrid coach to facilitate a high-impact training course at Naguru Social Sports School.
The head of training, research and development at the prestigious Real Madrid Foundation has finalized a transformative 3-day training course at the Naguru Social Sports School. His visit culminated from a strategic partnership between Excalibur Foundation, the Real Madrid Foundation and I&M Bank Uganda that was announced in April this year.
We've joined forces with Excalibur and Real Madrid Foundation providing funding. And that gets school kits, football kits out to the children. We've had the conversations with the deputy head teacher today to look at other areas where we can look for areas of mutual cooperation.
The 3 organizations entered into an agreement to develop and grow the Naguru Social Sports School, as well as promote holistic development, social inclusion and ethical values through sport.
Have been able to grow with the training that the coaches have put onto them, because we have seen we do not only have them on the field, we go deep down to their homes, we see where they live, we see what kind of homes they come from, what do they need apart from us talking to them during this session. So we do not grow with them just on the field to learn kicking and attacking and everything football. We got deep down to the individual and their family from which they come.
The Naguru Social Sports School, established in 2021 by the Excalibur Foundation, is a community-driven initiative that has grown Naguru Katali School's enrollment by miles. The training course, which was both theoretical and practical, covered areas including the Real Madrid Foundation's educational model and the club's 7 core values. The partners in this project, that already has 100 children and emphasizes teaching coaches for a trickle-down effect, is working on plans to roll out the initiative to other parts of the country. So that Kaye, UBC Sport.
And that does bring us to the end of our 8 o'clock bulletin. Thank you so much for sticking with us. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango, and Dorothy Namutumba has been with us on sign language. Let's meet again at 10.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Special announcement. The NRM Secretary General